Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Griefdrums, and welcome to another video in which we're going to do a couple of round breakdowns. Today, what I wanted to discuss was knowing when to rotate as an attacker. Now, that may sound a little bit odd, but basically what I'm getting at is, how often have you pushed one side of an objective and the enemy have got everything set up looking at you? They've got mirror windows, they've got, bandit devices, everything is set up to stop you getting in. Well, if they've used all of that utility on one side, that means that the other side probably doesn't have quite as much. It's very, very difficult as a defender to actually space out all of your gear. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at a couple of rounds that I recently played, and we're going to break down what worked, what didn't work, and why I rotated when I did. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let you watch this clip, and then we'll come back and take a look at it. Nice. Boom.
Get out of my lobby.
Get the fuck out of my lobby.
Come, baby.
Get out of my lobby.
Yeah.
Okay, they're opening our office window. East is clear. Camera's still up at the end. One in office. On ping. He's behind the wall. Lying down. Yeah, he's lying down in office. Half wall.
Is it
on the right?
Okay. Okay.
Hard right as you go in here. One's a fountain now.
Oh. Ella is just gaming fuckers.
One's in archives. One's back. Fountain. One's fountain. On ping.
Yeah. Can I get in this door now? Shit.
Where from?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I took her out. She ran out of archives.
Okay, I'm gonna rotate. They're fully set up for this right now.
Okay.
I've got defuse, but I'm gonna go main wall.
Fountain.
Wait. Flank, were those shots from on top of the
One's still fountain. One's still fountain on the soft wall. He's literally on the... Hold on. I got you, Red. I got you. No! Here. He's up top.
Yeah, on top of the shelves.
Okay, Griffin coming to you.
You got this. So Legion was
still
definitely
fountain.
more remaining. Jaeger's coming from archives.
Now.
Archives door.
Cover, plant. Plant right. Stay alive, Roy. Stay alive. No, Roy!
Last operator standing. Bomb diffusion initiated. Protect.
Fuck, man.
Shit.
Op 4
Roy.
eliminated. Friendly.
Overly
Let him
aggressive.
go away.
Overly aggressive.
Yes. Just peek a little, shoot, stay alive. Because you could have pushed Grief and killed him easy.
So as you saw there at the beginning of the round, we were very lucky in the form that Valkyrie did a run out and Red managed to take her out. But then I go ahead and pick up my drone so that I can drone people in. Now I kept my first drone alive so I can do exactly this. And I'm trying to give accurate pings on Legion and let them know that this person is lying down just so they can get that pick onto him. Unfortunately, it doesn't come to any fruition, but luckily I've got a second drone because I saved my first one and was able to use it. And I'm, again, being that support operator, I'm trying to get as much intel as I can. I'm trying to feed it to the guys. And as you can see, they had a Legion over here, Jaeger, Bandit. They're all sort of looking this way. So at the moment, we're in a 4v3 with one person down, so it's pretty much a 3v3. Things aren't really going too well, and it's just not going to plan. They know where we're coming from. So at this point, I say to the team, I am going to rotate. I've got a minute 35 left. We're only halfway through the round. If you're going to do it, now is the time to go. They are all looking this way. They've got their backs turned to the main wall. So I push round to there just in time for two more of our team to go down. We're now in a 2v3 and I don't have any drones left, so I need to take the initiative, be aggressive, and just try and get those picks. Luckily here, Bandit comes just into my line of sight, just in time for Legion to appear as well. I get the frags on both of them, and suddenly the tables have turned. Roy has rotated with me because I called it out. I'm able to plant the diffuser. He's trying to cover me or at least protect me, and he gets a little bit over aggressive, unfortunately. I walk back into the barbed wire, which actually tricks Jaeger into thinking I'm leaving the site itself, and he peeks me just too wide, and I get the pick on him. Now, if I hadn't have rotated at this time, I genuinely don't think we would have got this round. We were pushing, straight into these choke points, whether it's the archives door, the hole in the wall that they made in offices, or up on east stairs. we were all getting funneled and we were getting choked and they all were looking our way. How many times have mirrors been set up looking your way and you've just continually pushed against them rather than saying, okay, how else can we get around this? Can we go a different way? Taking the initiative to tell your team that this isn't working, let's go the other way, is normally a good way to go. You've got to be careful though, because if suddenly everything stops on that side of the map, the defenders are going to know. So we left 2 people over that side. I rotated round and under, and Roy also took the initiative to go up and over the building, I believe, to be with me and to be able to refrag. So we were in 2 teams of 2, and it really did work to our favour. Had we left it any longer, it might not have worked. Had we done it any earlier, it might not have worked. But taking the initiative to drone and say, okay, this isn't working, let's try something else, can definitely work out. The next round we're going to do is going to be one with Zofia. This is over on Villa. The round actually started really, really well for me because I was fortunate enough that I caught Doc just on the camera on my drone at the beginning of the round. So I kind of knew he was going to do a run out. I heard him breaking windows, called it to my team. I was the only one over here that was going to be able to do anything. But this was just reaffirmed when I see this camera being used over here. So I take it out, lie down and just wait for the run out. Catch Doc, and we are instantly at a man advantage, which is a really strong position to be in. From there, I push up over onto the top of the roof so that we can start pushing the bedroom, and we're all kind of going this way. Things start going a little bit Pete-song with spawn peaks and, you know, different angles that people are getting. But we're droning it out, we're trying to get more picks, we're trying to gain entry into the bedroom and the bathroom, and we get a call that someone's in the bathtub. Now for me, this means he's probably going to run out of here, so I put that there to defend my teammates. And then I go up and over. I've already called it. You know what? This isn't working. I'm going to push Astro. I'm going to go up and over the map. Now you'll notice that the time for this, that I did this, is 1 minute 30 again, or 1:35 I started doing it. This is unintentional, but being able to read the round can be really, really strong. By this point, your team has already got a lot of intel on where people are, and they've already fed it to you. If you're paying attention, you'll know roughly where people are sitting on the map. At this stage, we drop again because people are continually sort of banging their head against the brick wall, pushing in through those windows. And I'm trying to be as sneaky as I can. Flanked gets a pick. Someone jumps out onto my claymore, and we are instantly back in the game. It's now a 2v1, and I start lighting up Jaeger. He wasn't expecting me to be there, and I get a lucky pick. So I get a nice 3k just from rotating and catching people out. As you will have seen there, Bandit was looking into the bathroom. Had I pushed in through the bathroom window, I would have got taken out. Had we gone into the bedroom, you know, there were players hovering around there. So we were very, very lucky to get this round, and quite frankly, it's another one of those examples of rotating at the right time. Now, this isn't always going to work. Sometimes you're going to try and rotate, and sometimes you're going to get picked off as you do that. If I'd have gone into the bike room downstairs the way I didn't drone myself in. I was just trying to gain as much ground as I could, as quickly as I could. And as I say, if someone was waiting over on the Astro stairs, I probably would have been taken out, or my entire plan would have fallen apart. Luckily, there was still so much going on over by the bedroom that they just didn't even realise it was happening. But this technique of rotating is definitely something you should have in your arsenal. You know, you need to be able to read the game, figure out roughly where people are playing, and put yourself in the defender's shoes. Where do you normally hunker down when you're defending that site? If you heard that people were pushing from the bedroom and you were concerned about that, as a defender, where would you go to? Where would the angles be that you would hold? If you can do that, and if you can figure that out, then from there you will learn the common spots of where people naturally gravitate to, and you'll be able to like sort of play around that and act against it as an attacker. Now for me, I knew that there was someone in the bathtub, so the whole point of my rotation on this occasion was to try and get a different line of sight onto that room, rather than the way that everyone else was pushing. Fortunately, one of the people went down that was in the bathroom, and the other person happened to be there, and the plan did kind of work out. From there, it allowed Flanked to push into the bedroom just in time for me to actually land the final kills onto Jaeger, but this just completely caught the enemy out. Anyway guys, that's going to be about it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully, you know, this sort of makes sense as to why I'm breaking this down. Too many times I've seen people just continually push and send more and more bodies in through the same doorway in the hope of refragging that 1 or 2 people that happen to be looking that way, when there's no real point. If you did enjoy this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the dislike button and let me know why down in the comments below. If you don't already, make sure to subscribe, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay reckless and relentless.